to the blind of mine. Before you put on a show, I just wanted you to know you want me like you're all of the time. You knew where I would be, and you followed my eyes when it got cold. You knew I would be by your side. You used the maggots in your smile, and after we spoke for a while, I knew that we would be riding life instead. Drink around, I got you twirling around. I've got the safest voltage, you come back to the ground. Spinning around, I'm also spinning around. Tell me your favorite way to find no one can catch us now. You say you know me, but there's wiser words in the young. I think we've only just begun. And as for the letter, well, I could have no better still. I just wanted you to know I don't know where I am right now. I struggle to make it, but we got there somehow. You spent the time to get your coat on just right, and I hung it on the door so it can last us the night. You knew where I would be, and you followed my eyes when it got cold. You knew I would be by your side. You used the maggots in your smile, and after we spoke for a while, I knew that we would be riding life instead. Twirling around, I got you twirling around. I've got the safest voltage, you come back to the ground. Spinning around, I'm also spinning around. Tell me your favorite way to ride, the world can't catch us now.
Pull me close and you say you'll never run away. You think that love is a game and that we've gone insane. But what we have is what one spends a lifetime searching for. 'Cause with you I feel amazing, never felt before. Why would I be so ashamed? Found love worth fighting for. I'm standing right at the gates, walking your stairway to heaven. Baby, I'm in love. I can't get enough. I'm yours truly, 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 baby, truly. Baby, I'm in love. Can you feel the rush? I'm yours truly, 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 baby, truly.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being so patient and being awesome for sticking around for that sick as can be double overtime game one we had. If you missed that one, definitely get back into the VODs and check it out. But I think we might actually have something a little bit better to offer. We might actually have something better to offer. I don't know if you guys are going to take it, but here, I'm going to lay it out for you. On one side, we have a UC Davis 6-2 team versus a 7-1 UCLA Bruins team two West Coast Titans on cash, and we get to witness this. I'm joined by Mr. Joey J. Zilk. What's happening, man? Feeling good?
Doesn't get much better than this, man. This is, like you said, two of the Titans of the West Coast, both from different divisions of the West, West 1 and West 2 respectively, and both 7-1 and 6-2. So, proving themselves against good teams. For example, UCLA beat UC San Diego, Irvine, CSULB, SDSU, all teams that have had pretty decent results so far. And then on the other extreme, UC Berkeley going down to Davis, SJSU as well, Harvey Mudd, Cal Poly Pomona, UC Santa Cruz. So both divisions pretty stacked. Both regions generally in the West are pretty decent. Haven't seen all the teams play yet, but from what I've seen, they all know what they're doing. Not so much just mixed teams, but at this moment, actually, both UC Davis and UCLA Blue are testing out some new players. So, not their same rosters from last season. There's a couple new players on each roster. Mm-hmm. So they're both going to play a little more, kind of feel out the other team. I actually got a mumble with both teams before this game, and, Squeaks is generally the main IGL, but for this game, it's actually going to be CK. He is their cash IGL, and, so it's going to be interesting. We're going to see if CK can make the right calls. They're going to be starting on defense on the CT side this time. So 2-on-2 setup, no mid control actually from the CTs. He's just going to play passive here from mid. CK, he's going to be the mid player because he wants to just get all the information. And as soon as he spots nothing at mid, he just falls back to truck. And there's actually 4 already rotated towards A. So what's wrong? Just this small amount of pressure on the lurk is going to draw 4 players to A. So perfect execution from what's wrong. And that subtle lurk roll is going to allow them to just take this 4-on-1 on B. So Squeaks, he's going to have to do more than just to get a kill. He's going to have to stall this. So he's going to go for the aim battles, but he's getting pincered. Raxa finds the entry, and that's just opening up the B site completely. So well played by What's Wrong, just hitting that lurk roll, drawing the attention, and the over-rotate came in from UCD's nuts. And they're going to get paid greatly for it.
Yeah, really well played. Really smart play. I was looking, I was like, I wonder what Will is doing right now. He's just making a bunch of noise, and it drew everybody on over. But still, possibility becoming less and less as the final CTs begin to fall, and pretty damn clean round for UCLA.
Perfect round, yeah. In fact, yeah, obviously a little damage.
Who says Glocks are weak, man? Who says Glocks are weak?
Silvers that don't run and gun.
I'm like, if I had a Tech 9, I bet I would have killed you. Just like spamming chat angrily.
Yeah, you gotta actually treat the Glock like a Tech 9, in my opinion. You just run and gun with that thing. The moving accuracy is so much. You have 20 bullets. You just gotta run and crouch and keep mobile and don't let yourself get killed. That's basically the Glock train mentality. Just run, trade out, frag out, and don't stop spamming W and left click because mouse 1 is your friend. Whereas the USB is the exact counter. Hold your angle, don't move, hit those headshots, fall back. So just both polar opposite styles of play, and there's a reason the Glock needs to be the way it is, or else terrorists could never find openings. And yeah, we're going to see the 3 SMG buyout, so it's going to be cool to see who goes for this entry. What's wrong? He is the one with the MAC-10, so both SMGs leading the pack here at A. So this is exactly how you want to play it. Not give up any rifles. You want your riflers to play back and trade you out in case you die. And just assure those trades. So yeah, What Wrong's first engagement, he's going to go ahead and molly quad. Misses the... he actually went for the fence molly just in case.
Oh, nice.
But misses it. Snoopy finds the entry. And it's going to be all down to the one player here on A site. Can he do anything? Snoopy drops him as well. And this is just standard, very clinical play. Force buy, though, from UCD, so they really need to find something. 40 gets caught out.
Well played. You see, they're keeping one back on the lift up there and able to almost catch the flank right there. Yeah, we're final player. Wow, that's really well positional play from UCLA right there. All perfect, bases covered. Because usually, sometimes highway can be a little bit of a kind of, a bit of a tricky area, especially once you get rifles out. You might peek out looking for somebody else, and all of a sudden, from long distance, somebody pops you down. So, good play, though. Good 2 rounds. Now, looking at the roster right now for UCLA. Actually, let's first look at UC Davis. Raxa, is he in this game? Sort of he was, right? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Raxa, he is 7-1 on the season. What's Wrong is 7-1. Who else do we have from the old roster here? I know you mentioned we have a couple of the new ones. Snoopy. I wonder who Snoopy. I wonder if Snoopy or if
Eli.
Captain. Yeah, I'm just trying to see. I'm like, because not everybody has the CSL website name compared to their actual Steam name.
Right.
So at least from what we have, it's a lot of the core guys. They might have a couple new ones though.
Yeah, and the CTs actually here are kind of moved up. CK, he's all the way up in Squeaky, and they're already moving out to A, so this position could be huge. They closed the door on him, but I don't know if they've heard him run. Yeah, he's able to sneak out P2K, not enough to get the kill. And they've already got 2 kills with no armor, so actually doing more damage on the full save round as opposed to their force buy previously. So very well played, actually, from UCD. Got 2 kills, dropped 2 rifles. Actually only dropped 1 rifle because What's Wrong had the SMG from the previous round. So, yeah, well played, actually, all in all. And really, it's hard to say. UCLA just looks so much more clean. And their positions are just... everyone on their team knows what to play. So there's no question about who has my back and who's watching what.
Yeah, they've been practicing. That's very evident right now. But there's still a chance. I mean, as we saw last game, first 3 rounds ended up going to Columbia, and then Lengar went mad and started this vicious run that they were on. So we're going to see what the first decent buy right here coming out from UC Davis. Are they going to be able to hold up the site? Mid control, though, giving up right now. And
yeah, Eli, wow, gets punished by SK for throwing a bad underhand smoke and just stood right in the open. So good punish from CK to at least take advantage of that. And this is a FAMAS round, too. So getting that man advantage is exactly what you need. In fact, if you don't get that, it's really hard. But they push through highway. This mid control paying off. Snoopy gets dropped, though, by Nightmare. And it's going to be a 2-man here now on A site. So bomb coming in, but CK, he's going to finish off the guy that Nightmare just lit up. And it's down to a 1v2. What's wrong? We've seen him last alive before. He's been able to clutch the scrim we casted and goes for the fake plant, trying to draw out some attention. And he knows one man's coming highway, sees that nade, able to get the burst, drops him, goes for the spray, crouches, unable to finish him up. So Crouch is just a bit too early, unfortunately. What's wrong to get that perfect first 10 bullet spray? So it was just a little too low and just couldn't find that headshot. So a little missed timing from What's Wrong, and that's actually going to call the round for his team. And this is their last buy. They can probably force buy next round because they'll have lost 2 in a row. So they'll get 2,200 or whatever it is, 2,400. And they'll be able to force buy next round Galil's if they choose to. But yeah, this is kind of the last round for both teams. Both low in economy.
Really aggressive play right
and yeah, I can see force buys coming out next round regardless. But CK Nightmare tag team here at mid. And here's that double mid setup. Often triple mid used. And yeah, triple mid in this case. CK going down though. So no real map control gained by UCLA. They're just in the backs, in the boonies, not really doing much.
Now, looking at UC Davis, there's some of their statistics. I could actually kind of connect some of their names. Xtosi is only 1-0. He's played 1 time this season. CK is their leading player at 5-2. Nightmare, I don't see him on the list. Oh, no, I do see him. He's a 4-1. It looks like he's their second leading player. 49, also only 1 game under his belt. Squeaky X is the final player, and looks like he's 1-0 as well in the season. So 3 of their 5 players, pretty new. Haven't really been used a lot during the season, and that always kind of as a tactic sort of concerns me when you have new players coming out in really big matches like this, because usually I would think, you know, when a match like this happens, you would want to bring out all your star players. They do have a few players with a little bit better records on record, but we'll see how they end up doing here.
Yeah, they've actually executed their way into a 2v2. So, what's wrong with the smoke from Squeaky and the pop flash? Had to make the cat guy fall back and gets punished for it. So, they're actually making this a competitive round when they really lost 2 entries fairly quickly. So, down to Eli. Can he... Oh, they go for the double peek. Great timing from the terrorist. And now Eli gets the 2nd kill thanks to What's Wrong with that opening. So, yeah, What's Wrong getting 2 openings from there.
I think What's Wrong got a little lucky right there. He didn't get dropped by his own team.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they nearly lined up, and yeah, he almost got sprayed down by the opponent too. Just a little off, little aim was off, and yeah, that's gonna be that eco now that we saw. They only won the 1 round, lost a consecutive one, and That's going to be so terrible for their economy. In fact, might even make them forced save 2 rounds in a row, which would be hugely detrimental for them.
This heavy stack at B right now, trying to bet it. Well, I guess nobody's come. Poor CK is gonna have a hard time right now. He's gonna get just brutalized probably here at A. But while we got a moment, guys, quick reminder: big thanks to our sponsors, Asus. For all your peripheral needs in esports, monitors, keyboards, anything literally involving games and stuff like that, you could easily find all their gear. And obviously, big thank you to them because they are our big sponsor of the season, sending all of our finalists to DreamHack Austin, which is happening in May. We'll be there, so come check out the CSL at DreamHack
Side note on Asus, I actually own their 144 hertz monitor.
Mm-hmm.
It is awesome. They didn't pay me to say that. I'm just saying that because I use it and it's great. It's an awesome gaming monitor.
It's a huge difference. It's a huge, like, monitors are starting to become such a big thing in CSGO, especially, right?
Oh, you definitely need it if you want to compete, for sure. For sure.
I got a funny story while they're slowly setting up. So, do you know who Hendrilisk is? By chance?
No. Wait.
He went to the University of Toronto. Anyways, he's a big StarCraft player, and he's like sort of CS:GO on the side as well. But he's a big like bettor for CS:GO and whatnot. And the funny thing is, last week we were talking about we were watching some random Russian match and whatnot, and he's just like, "Hey, can you translate this for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What does this mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's like he's using a 66 hertz monitor or whatever the hell it is instead of a 144." So he's just like, "All right, I'm gonna bet on the team that's playing against him." Because of the monitor, and he got it completely correct. The guy with the bad monitor ended up bottom fragging. I was like, "Oh my god, is that really that big of a deal?" And it is. I never realized it. That's
Definitely,
funny.
yeah. Once you get into the higher level of play, it matters. I wouldn't say if you're just starting out, you don't really need it. As someone that played on a laptop and a 60 hertz monitor up until DMG, you don't need it until I'd say Eagle. That's where that line can start to become a little harder to reach that gap, and that's the thing. It becomes like that ceiling at high level play, and I'm sure a pro could hop on a laptop 60 hertz and destroy any global, but that's not the point. If you're getting better and you get to that point where you're like, all right, I want to be more competitive, totally worth your while. Like it just looks different or looks way better. You're gonna have a more enjoyable experience. It makes the game more fun to play, really, at the end of the day. And that's the important part.
Are you watching these UC Davis strats right now? Just rushing the hell out of Squeaky. They're just trying to hard counter a spot and see if they could catch him. Not working out really too well for him, though.
Yeah, and they're getting this map control, but not adapting to it. Like, I think they're trying to wait for something to happen, and if they waited just a little longer, they might have done something. 49 going to spot him, and they're falling back. So, interesting. I want to see if What's Wrong is going to call for a B rotate. He's actually already rotating B. So, yeah, he's calling for that B rotate. Because they know what's up, and because they spotted terrorists, they're probably going to stay towards A, and that's a great read. They've kept 3 towards A, and they're going to be able to take a B site with just one player holding it. And it is Squeaks, though, the man with the M4. So this is a little dangerous. Interesting for him to buy. I'm sure he's just going to buy a shotgun or P90 next round. But, yeah, he's going to just anchor this B site and hope to find 1 or 2 kills and at least make this a winnable round for his team. Nothing.
Oh, nothing at
Nada.
all. UCLA, too solid. Well, yeah, 3 pistols versus a lot of rifles. I think this is going to be a really hard retake for him. So at this point, I don't know. I guess try to play through it. But as soon as you get one more guy picked off, I mean, you're bound to be looking just for exit frags, kind of like last time. I don't think they're going to have an opportunity now. It's a little too late.
Yeah, definitely. The time has passed. Snoopy picking up M4. He's like, I want this thing. I like being a silent ninja. Great to have on T side. Really, really, really great if you're lurking. Having that silence advantage is pretty awesome.
Now, just general kind of like logistics in terms of, playoff predictions and whatnot. The winner of this match will probably increase their chances heavily. I mean, say UCLA wins this game, they're probably going to be almost a 90+% like lock-in for playoffs. They're going to be leading their division on the new division side after the reshuffle, and they dominated in their first half as well with only one, little blemish. So both teams, I mean, even if you lose, you're probably still in a pretty good position, but looking ahead of it, you really want to try to take this win because this is some of your toughest competition that you're going to be facing. And that is pretty big too as well. I mean, you have to consider some of these schools are coming back right now from break. Some of them might have practice, some might not have, might be knocking off some of that rust, and having to have like these big matches right away can be a little bit hard for certain teams, and we're seeing right now UC Davis kind of catching what looks to be a really prepared UCLA team. I think this is just all Will because he's a caster. He just doesn't want to be embarrassed, man. He's like, I'm going to train so hard for this. CHL and JT, look, they won't be able to trash talk me at all whatsoever, man. We're going to dominate.
No, I'm looking for every window to trash talk him. I can't wait till
you know
he makes one mistake.
You know he's gonna show up on Saturday asking, "Hey, so what'd you think of my match? What'd you think of my match, man?" Yeah.
I hope he's watching this VOD right now, Will. I hope you're watching. I'm gonna be extra critical of you. There's no friend advantage just because I cast with you. It doesn't mean crap. I'm gonna be extra tough on you to prove how unbiased I am. By trying to be unbiased, I just become reverse biased in the other direction.
It's a vicious road, man. It's a vicious road. Exactly. All right, well, right now UCLA is setting up for an A-side. Good smokes. Good smokes, but they're anticipating it. How many can they stop, or how long?
Oh, Nightmare. Tries to pre-fire as he gets flashed, gives away his position, and yeah, that's going to be the opening they need. Captain just wrapping around quad, and Eli's going to find the kill. Him and Snoopy double onto the site, so they even prepared at 3 there on A. And lost all of their defense. Couldn't find 1 kill. I'm sure their Squeaks and 49 are incredibly frustrated, especially getting sprayed and locked down. And this is just thorough play coming down from UCLA. They always have 1 lurker, or at least 1 person to hold the team in and just play that containment role. And something we've actually rarely seen, and only from the top team so far in the league, is having that player that maybe isn't necessarily a lurker, but he'll be that last guy into sight, or even the first guy into sight, and he'll just make sure to contain the team, get into a position that if they want to try and rotate out, you're gonna catch them, and there's no saving. And that's something I think we're gonna see often. I doubt we'll see UC Davis probably save a rifle even 1 time, just based off the positioning and just the strats we've seen from UCLA so far.
They're a lot more aggressive. They're less wanting to play for position, willing to take more engagements, and really quick on the rotate. Kind of sort of a little bit more of a follow-up to what you're saying. They're very fast to rotate, so if you could fake them out, I think that goes a little bit more to the UCLA advantage, the whole mind game aspect of it. But once again, everybody just kind of hanging out, chilling. A little bit of a boost. Was there a boost right now? No, never mind. I thought one of the players was
Ecstasy, yeah. Well, Ecstasy's on a boost, but yeah, not the boost you were talking about in this case. And they're getting desperate, man. They really just want rounds. At this point, they're just going to hope to get 5 or 6. And yeah, CK, the IGL, especially on Cash, finding an entry, gets punished by Eli. And yeah, see if this boost pays off. I don't know if Snoopy's going to be able to spot him. They molly off everything but sight, and there you go. Ecstasy finds a kill, gets punished by Snoopy. Will he be able to find the second one as well? And there's the sight open. So was a man advantage, now a disadvantage. And this is probably going to just fall apart. There's no more positional advantage coming from UCD's nuts. And yeah, just going to pick up the AK, be happy to save it. And I was saying, probably won't see them save a gun. This would be his best chance. But he's going for the engagements. He's trying to find an exit kill. No armor.
They're too aggressive. They're playing really aggressive
just get
right
instantly aim punched. And not learning when to not take these aim battles. They should have been destroyed enough to know that, hey, we can only take engagements when we plan on killing people. We can't just peek randomly, trying to get information, trying to get exit kills. That's not going to fly on a team that's this coordinated. And UCLA on their 10th round, potentially 9th round win. Only losing 1 on round 4 and then instantly breaking the economy again. And that's just showing how desperate now UC Davis are. They have to make something happen. They lose their first man. Squeaks jumps in through Squeaky. So appropriate, but Eli waiting to close the book on them. And now it's a 3-on-4. The CTs need to make some sort of play. It looks like they're trying to pop flash, maybe push through, but the smoke comes in just in time, and no play is going to come out. They're still positioned like they want to try and do something. The bomb just went down, so it's entirely possible. CK, he's going to just drop down from heaven. I don't know if they've spotted him. Snoopy might have heard something, but he gets Molotov by Eli. Now down to a 2-on-2, and they have the sight control. What's wrong? Playing from quad box, able to find the kill, but they've just stuck the defuse. He's going to get it in the smoke. Nightmare wins the round single-handedly for UC.
You ninja, Nightmare.
Very,
you freaking
very
ninja.
nice.
That was an angry exit right there.
Yeah.
UCLA can't be happy about that one.
16K on Eli. This man is insane. He's the bank of UCLA. That's for sure.
Well, 8-2 lead through 10 rounds right now for UCLA. We're going to be getting closer and closer to halftime. UCLA looking very dominant. Strats very well prepped out and clean. But you can kind of see UC Davis starting to take aim battles, doing a little bit better. They're actually beginning to position themselves a little bit more mid and pushing that aggressive side. I guess
He gets a little too excited, pushes
Yeah.
through the smoke, gets punched by Ecstasy, and yeah, this is going to be now the A play. They already have 2 members here, but Ecstasy is in a pretty bad position. If they just call him out or just go for some sort of spray, he's dead instantly. And they're just going to fall back and read this rotate. Perfect rotation. What's wrong? Just getting amazing reads on the team, not overcommitting really when they need to. And yeah, this is going to be essentially a free site. What's wrong? Punishing Nightmare for overpeaking. And 49 has to play perfectly. Playing from headshot, so he's going to be able to go for the first pick, but kind of holding a steep angle. If he gets wide peek, that's going to be a hard angle to spray from, and falls back even more. Luckily, Rax is late. He's just holding a slight angle just to call to the teammates, not really expecting to get a kill, and yeah, so he's going to see it, be able to fall back, call the rotate. It's going to be this smoke coming in deep, but there is a gap, so if they try and push this or cross any more people, this could be a huge engagement, huge aim battle, and What's Wrong still finding another lurk kill, playing his IGL lurk role to the T. I'm going to go for the peek here onto Ecstasy. Doesn't spot him, spots the head now, goes for the aim battle, he's not going to win it, gets sprayed down. And 3-on-3 retake, they need every round they can get. I'm surprised UC Davis have not made any engagements yet, but yeah, Rax is going to drop him. I don't think this is possible, even if Ecstasy gets these 2 kills.
Rax, not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
Good hold on the
just
side.
running the clock down though, and yeah, it was possible. I think there was about 15 seconds, so could have won that round, but UCLA, man, they're getting, even when they get entried on, they still recover and make the right plays. They don't just commit to a site because they're there. They don't do the lazy plays. They're playing intelligently and rotating effectively and drawing attention and drawing out grenades. And you're never seeing crossfires come out from UC Davis because they're just getting cut off every time. And there's another entry, another anti-eco. So probably not much to expect from this round, but it's still just really fun to appreciate UCLA, and they're beating a 6-2 team, so definitely not a team that sucks.
Believe in life. Oh, you got caught right there. Now, my question was going to be right now, it's kind of a 2-part question. Do you consider Cache one of the better retake maps from CT side compared to the other maps? Like, would you rather have a retake situation on Cache compared to most others?
Sometimes I'd say it's actually a little bit easier to retake on A, only because you can flank from main and squeaky, so CTs just have a little bit more angles to work with, and once the smokes disappear, the terrorists cannot peek, whereas on B, it's so tight, and every angle is really hard to retake. So I'd say that the A site's easier, but not particularly more of an advantage for CTs on Cache than any other map. It's just that it's very site dependent, and A site just has a lot more openings and angles to hold. So.
And kind of following up on the reason I mentioned that is because we were seeing a lot of mid play by both teams. Either you have UC Davis, who are putting up 3 up very close to the garage, or you have, as you see right now, UCLA pushing up. And most of the rounds, the teams that have been able to get that mid control have really done a nice job. But I mean, for UC Davis, each time they've gotten really nice mid control, it's allowed them to have easier opportunity to have retake as well. So
yeah,
that's kind of what I was like going into. Like each time they've gone mid, even if they've lost maybe the initial frag or 2, they've been able to have at least an opportunity to kind of retake.
Exactly,
in a timely
yeah.
manner.
I'd agree with that. That sentiment pretty much sums up what Cache is, and that mid control just gives you so many options as a terrorist, and just by taking away those options, you can call the rotates, you can read them, you can hear them rotating from A main to mid, or pushing B, and that's the reason that mid control is so important. And there is nothing. How did he burn from on the box? If Raxa,
Poor Raxa, man. The power of Christ compels you. Oh, you just walled him.
No,
he
he didn't. It looked like it. Captain got the kill though. I know. I was watching Eli.
I was about to say, just like, did he just wall bang him? I was just like, wow.
I don't even know what.
I think that was Eli. That was who was it? It was Raxa that got the kill.
No, Captain got the kill, but Eli went for the attempted wallbang, and I don't know what he's trying to wallbang.
Yeah, no, I had my players confused. I thought he like walled him from like an obnoxiously long distance.
I just don't know what. I have to rewatch that. That was just, what was he trying to wall? Like, that's a weird angle. Like, the amount of damage you do is very small.
He might
He
have been
might know
looking
something
for.
I don't.
He might have been looking for that checkers peek. He might have been sitting around right there. In
Right,
checkers,
someone
like,
just
right around
sitting.
the box.
Someone
That's how
probably
that
told,
happens,
"Oh, we
you
didn't
know.
check checkers," and there's
Woo!
the spray.
Ecstasy.
Ecstasy chiming in for the team. We needed you, man. We needed you this whole game, and he's chiming in 11 and 12. This man is single-handedly making these rounds possible for UC Davis, and yeah, Nightmare chiming in. So perfect spray, that boost. They've done it before, and they just got caught off guard. So the flash is ineffective from that spot. It has to be an aerial flash or some sort of pop flash from the sky. And because there wasn't any, he was able to see every single one of them and grabs a triple spray. So good gun control, and this is a round over. Maybe these 4 rounds are enough, man. So far, I don't know.
Darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Poor Axis, all alone by himself. 1v5. Yeah, he's gonna have to save the AK. Look for some exits.
He burned last round. No, he really doesn't need to, actually. They have full money, and they're heading into last round. So he's not going to save. He's just, like you said, going to go for exits. He's going to try and find as many kills as possible. So I doubt he's going to play to win it. But yeah, nice one tap. So good crosshair placement. I think they're actually situated terribly right now. 2 quad. There's not really a crossfire. He can take these single engagements. CK is the only defense right now. CK, he gets the kill. He had to. If CK went down, he was able to take the individual aim battles at quad, and then the squeaky man was all that's left. So, yeah, pretty interesting. And yeah, crazy Edwin. I agree. Cash is easy to retake, but I think the reason it's retakeable is because of the mid control that's set up by CTs. If you get dominated at mid, it's really actually hard to retake because there's so many possibilities for a terrorist to flank or lurk on you that not having that map control is super important. And yeah, it's UCLA now just respecting them, playing passive, waiting for a mid push, any sort of shenanigans, and just got to wait for these smokes to disappear before making any more ground on the map.
Well, they do have that mid control working for him a little bit again. Eli over the boost, dropping down towards mid right now. But yeah, again, if they are able just to get into mid again, maybe take a little bit of a highway peek and see if they could get a little bit of a snipe off, we'll give them some options maybe to look at A. UCLA isn't really situating themselves any more favorably towards the one side or the other, but they definitely like to play mid. I mean, as of these past 5 rounds, it's exactly where they focus everything on. But rotating over to B, only 2 players there, Squeaky and what's his name, 49. And this is going to be a tough hold, I think, for him.
Yeah, Squeaks here at headshot. He's going to be the point man here for the team. He's going to go for a late flash. That could cause him, but he actually gets flashed by the enemy team. Snoopy with the flick shot to kill him, and Captain finding a second support kill. So this is kind of round over. It's up to Ecstasy to get a 1v4. I don't know if they're going to be wary of his position, but Snoopy already here turns his back. He's low HP. Captain low as well. So if he can win this aim battle with Ellie, this is entirely possible. Eli gets dropped. Captain low, and What's Wrong playing a very tight angle, very acute, and
just ruthless.
Yeah, ruthless will.
No respect for human life. All right, well,
a man has a family.
I know.
Will.
Come on.
He has
Will,
a
be nice.
family.
All right, UCLA leading the way halfway through, 12-13 in round 16 coming up right now. 4 players in double figures right now, almost a 20 bomb for Raxa too as well. So looking like their new player might be a good pickup for UCLA going forward right now. Ecstasy leading the way for UC Davis, but they're definitely going to have to pick it up. 3 rounds is not enough. That's 1 eco potentially, and that could be game if they kind of mess it up.
Yeah, absolutely. The cliche of every CSGO caster. This pistol is entirely one of the most important, game-changing rounds in the game, in the history of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This pistol round will change the course of history, and we're down into this B-side take. 49 gonna get dropped already, and this is looking terrible for UC Davis. They're just getting decimated. CK, he is the hope for the team. Ecstasy, if he's alive, this round is entirely possible, but he's getting dropped as well. And here we go, Squeaks in from the flank. His position is now given away. CK going for the late peek, and they're clawing back into this 3-on-5. Can they do this? Both CTs are caught here at Truckside, but bombs going down only just now. 40 seconds on the clock, so 35 actually, and apparently for the CSL rules, unless just the labels haven't changed. But What's Wrong so low on HP that this is going to be hard, but they do have a kit, and yeah, he catches the flank. Here's the attempted B-hops from behind him, punishes the player Squeaks for not being as squeaky sneaky as he could have been. And Ecstasy finds a kill from Quad Will down to
Will,
8 bullets.
can he do it?
Has no HP. He's gonna. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the box jump. He gets the one tap. Will
Is he gonna
You're
get the
out of your
defuse too?
mind. He had the kit, so he wins the round for
Wow.
UCLA Blue.
Yeah,
Insane
you can see
play
CK,
from
like, all of a sudden chat started flaring up. They're not happy with that.
Squeaks, man, not putting all the pressure on you, but you had a flank on him and you gave it away, man. Your team should have had that round regardless. So again, that's why I'm saying it's not your fault. But what's wrong was so low on HP that if you just got one shot on him, he was dead. And because he stayed alive, he got a 3K. So
you can see, look at Will. He's just running around. He's so happy right now that he's able to get that. I guarantee it. That's relieving though. That's a hard situation to be in with 4 HP. Like even the randomest dink can take you down.
Uh-oh.
You know?
The adrenaline. He's not hitting his taps. I've been there before too, Will. Right after a clutch, it's hard to get your shots in the fellow ground. But cleanup coming in. Raxa, Captain. Played matchmaking with you. It was a pleasure, sir. Yeah, they're just cleaning up, and crazy to see that how consistent UCLA is. I kind of thought they were overrated, not gonna lie, and maybe they are. Oh God, Will's gonna berate me after this.
Well, honestly, I mean, again, no. Well, it's no. It's very possible. That's the thing is like the mix of the conferences now. We get to see a little bit more different matchups. Obviously, you know, you have to analyze maps as well. That could be a big factor going into it. But as we saw earlier today with Columbia and Langara was completely looking like, you know, the team that was going to get dominated. They were coming in very under record, and they put on one hell of a performance today. So maybe just some of the divisional switches, some of the mix-up in teams are going to create some more interesting matchups. Maybe we had some really damn good teams sitting at the very bottom of their division just because it was so competitive. So we'll have to see, though. Like, you're not wrong. Look at just... He's not sitting in smoke right now.
Oh,
He's
God,
still sitting there. It's Raxa.
Raxa! He gets two, he finds a third! Are you out of your mind, Raxa? He's bringing this round back into the favor of UCLA, and if anything's gonna full tilt you, it's the man sitting in smoke pulling off silver plays like that and making it work. Will Raxa get the ace? Has 16
One
HP,
more.
able to find
Come
the
on,
straight
give
out,
it to us.
and he has to get this ace. No! He reloads, but he doesn't get punished! He's gonna just wide peek around the corner, take the aim battle.
Almost got a squeak axe.
Oh God. Oh God. So disrespectful from Raxa.
That was a pretty good round.
27 kills. No, actually, great play. Not too disrespectful, but definitely something that shouldn't work. So when it does, it hurts. It just hurts your soul.
That was just funny. I'm looking at everybody just like start to walk up, smoke's getting placed all over the place, and just like there's just this one body sitting there not moving under everything, and everybody somehow just walks by him. It's too funny.
Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Some snacks level plays, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, looking right now, pretty big spread from both teams. Trying to just see if they could maybe get a little bit of a pick off. Squeakex is going to have to be careful. He might be the first one that might find some of this push up from B. Maybe even 49. Yep, 49 as well. Sees them coming up out of checkers. Well, that's going to get everybody to rotate on over to B from T side, and looks like we're going to get some support as well coming from the CT side. And in terms of guns, pretty even. I think they're formidable. They're going to be able to compete, but they're going to have to be careful. Here come all the smokes, the mollies. Eli, unfortunately.
Captain. Oh, gets the one kill, but traded out. Tries to play that hard angle to spot, and wow, this shouldn't be possible, actually. UC Davis are still in this round, and they're just trading out the CTs, even though they're positioned really well. They're just getting traded out and making this a 2-on-2. So What's Wrong and Raxa, both from CT main, are going to have to try and just trade effectively. Both need to just peek together, because if they try and take these battles one by one, they're going to lose the round for sure. But Nightmare here in a very cheeky angle, not going to get checked, so he's now going to know he's underneath. Will What's Wrong get it? But no, Nightmare gets a double kill, gets the spray onto What's Wrong, and UC Davis, they're not out, man. We talked about the disparity in skill level, and we may be entirely wrong. This could be a very, very possible game. You know, I hate to call like it's over or it's entirely possible, but there's been so many crazy comebacks so far in the CSL League that I don't know, man. I just don't count anyone out anymore until the cock has crowed or the roosters. I'm not good with metaphors, all right? Until something happens.
You're just
Until
like
the round is
you're
16.
just like if the moon is cheese and 2 + 2 = 5, then this ought to be a great match today.
If Elon Musk knocks on your door and a bird flies over your roof, then the game's over. It's the only time you know.
You're just
okay?
like if a white cat walks over an upside down ladder, just like, yeah, you know what's exactly happening right now. it's like I don't know if you know. Do you know the comedian Norm Macdonald?
Yeah.
The guy that does like the KFC commercials right now and all this
And
stuff. That's his type of humor. Like he does like all like a really
the anti-joke, right?
Yeah, like the anti kind of stupid humor. That's what it reminds me of. Now
like
look at this. Look at this. CK gets almost popped by his own teammate, but nobody's a B. Nobody's a B. That's a free B site from UCLA right now.
Yeah, bad read by you. What's wrong? I don't know, but at least Rex is at least managing to find the AK here at mid and making it kind of worth it. No armor, just P250s, and they went for the gamble, just stacked the site. Really not. You can't be wrong. Like, it's hard to read where they're gonna go before the round starts, so you're just gambling, flipping a coin. Okay, they're probably gonna go A. That's where they've gone on their anti-ecos, and they're probably gonna do it again, but they were wrong. So unfortunate stack, didn't pay off, but those are the rounds you take those gambles. But Snoopy managing to find a second kill. Can What's Wrong find this kill? CK wide peeking. They're gonna run away now, and he might get himself caught off guard. 5 bullets left. What's Wrong? You can hit this. Unable to find the kill though. Squeaks gets an exit on Snoopy on the way out. So Snoopy not gonna save that rifle. What's Wrong just needs to stall so his teammate can save the AK. Perfect play from him. Rack's able to save the AK. He actually goes for the.
That almost collided that one down, but. Alright, so UCLA, even though they're up 14-6, obviously they're going to have enough time to rebuild their economy, 3 times probably, worst comes worst. Though, you have to be really careful, though, in terms of player mentality. You can't continue relying on this, like, passive playstyle. Hey, if we lose a round, we'll just eco. If we lose a round, hey, we'll just eco. We'll be fine. It can be a little bit of a bad habit, so I'm looking at UCLA sort of to step up right here, get at least one more good round out of them to just kill this momentum that UC Davis has for the past 3 rounds. They're looking to go A, though. Let's see if they get it. Mollies, smokes, flashes. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, this is actually a huge round as well. If UC Davis can find this is where the momentum just starts to snowball. And you start to just trust your instincts and win off that. But What's Wrong? Getting a double kill, defending the site, turning into a 3-on-2, gets traded out, and now it's down to Squeaks, the lurk player. He needs to win this. He's the man on A site. They know he's quad. They actually don't know. They only know, but now they figured it out. 3-on-1, 3-man staring at him with only 35 HP. This is all but over. Squeaks is going to have to do some Hiko-type plays from this position in order to win it, and I don't see that happening, but you never know in Counter-Strike. Squeaks just going for the taps. He's trying to jiggle peek, but there's the nade. The inevitable is finally drawn to an end, and we get 15-6 match and map point for UCLA Blue. Got to give them credit. They've been performing amazingly. Nothing against you guys, UC Davis. You guys have been 6-2, so obviously very impressive results. And now we got the region scramble, so we're going to see if UCLA Blue can live up to their hype and if UC Davis can live up to their own. So both teams with impressive resumes so far in the CSL season, and we're on the second half of Season 1, guys, in case you're just tuning in. This is the Collegiate Star League for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and we are on to match point for UCLA. So Force by coming to UC Davis, and they're going to have to pull something out of their hat.
Yeah, slowly working their way. Nobody's trying to peek, though, so it looks like they're just going to slowly kind of crawl their way into A main. This is going to be a tough take. I mean, you have Deagles, you have a couple pistols, SMG, and an AK. You don't have a lot of firepower, and there's ops set up. You know, look at Will. I mean, right now he's just waiting for somebody. He wishes a T player would. Right now, just come right through that A. But Nade's off too as well to hold them up even a little bit longer. Spots them. See, that's so beautiful. I like that. Does a really nice job of holding them up, throwing them nades, getting in at least a couple more seconds for teammates to come over to help him out. But all the smokes are going to set up a nice opening for him to maybe pick somebody off that comes out. Yep. Get some.
What's Wrong opping? We've seen him op, but actually not as often as he tends to. He's one of those like potential oppers, and obviously decided to pick it up, making it worth its while. It's all down to the man Ecstasy. We've seen him perform impressively so far, 17 and 18 on the losing side. Only six round wins, and can he make it a 7th? He's just gonna free fire everything. Yeah, the defuse is coming in.
He got the defuse! He got it!
Ninja, he's a ghost. They tried their best. Ecstasy with actually 18 and 18 in the end. So, considering the fact they only won 6 rounds, pretty impressive from him. Clutched a lot of rounds for the team, and that's gonna be the game. UCLA Blue flexing their West Coast muscles. Trying out a new team from the other Western Division, and yeah, maybe the hype is true, man. I don't know. We're gonna see.
It could be. That was really impressive.
They're 8-1, 8-1, and this is new regions as well. So they're post scramble. They're still successful. So you have to give them credit for that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this has been awesome. Got to give special shout outs to our sponsors, Twitch.tv, the service you are watching on right now. The ability to stream pixels over the internet, something that didn't exist in our day. 2010, thanks Twitch. And also shout outs to Asus ROG, the Republic of Gamers. They have been awesome to us, flying us out to DreamHack in Austin, and making it a LAN final possible for Counter-Strike during our first season. This is our first season here, guys, at CSL, and we're already getting LAN finals. So big things to come this year. 2016 is going to be the most massive we've seen for Counter-Strike. Super great. Great to see stacked teams and people taking this collegiate league seriously. So
CSGO is on the up and up in the CSL. I mean, me personally, because I'm literally like 24/7, like all my limbs are just like stretched out against, like they're all games and departments. Like CSGO is very on the up and up. Expect really big things, especially after this year. But sort of final words, guys. We're going to be back on Saturday, and it's going to be UC Berkeley versus Army starting at 4 p.m. Pacific. And our second match of the night is going to be Appalachian State versus North Texas at 5 p.m. Pacific. Best of ones. That's going to be a lot of good fun to finish off our week, but start week number 10. And meanwhile, for the next couple days, you guys can go on to Twitch TV/StarLeague, the channel that you're actually on right now, and hit that purple follow button. We're going to be back tomorrow with some Dota. On Friday, we'll be back with some League. And then next week, all sorts of chaos begins because all 5 games are back in action. Both channels are going to be rolling 6 days a week. And yeah, lots of college games, lots of stress is about to happen in my world. So,
and before you guys go, one more shout out. Hit up our social medias. We have twitter.com/collegiate_CSGO, facebook.com/collegiate_CSGO, as well as our YouTube channel, C-StarLeague, youtube.com/C-StarLeague. Post all the VODs. Daniel, you are very thorough with getting those VODs posted right after the game, so check the YouTube channel. They will be up within the hour. He does it every time like clockwork. This man is a magician. He is overworked. Appreciate this man. He's usually the one broadcasting. He's the guy running the C-StarLeague account as we speak. Give him credit. Stop being so mean, okay? This guy's working his butt up,
they were nice. I think they were being mean to each other in chat. I'm like, I don't think it was
okay, don't be mean to anyone, guys. Be chill, okay?
Yeah,
if you're being mean, stop it. It's simple.
Chill, guys.
It's super simple.
It's a beautiful time. It's 2000.
Just because it's the internet, okay? There's people behind the monitors, okay? And you're a person, and I love you. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Collegiate StarLeague Counter-Strike. We will see you guys this Saturday. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Now for this week's Spotlight. Who's ready for a magical collaboration? Show your hearts for Draper and Laura Brem with their single, All I See.
Hey Monstercat family, this is Draper here. I just wanted to thank everyone for the amazing support that you have given Laura and I on our brand new single, All I See. I'm going to be participating in an AMA today, so if you would like to know a little bit more about this release, or you want to know what my favorite meme is, then head over to monster.cat/Draper AMA. Thanks for tuning in to the Monstercat podcast.
I just know that I have to believe